What it do was having my people, so it's your boy ChanceJolivette, aka Smooth, back with another music review this week. And I have been anticipating this one for a minute. Like, we seen that he was dropping this a few weeks ago. Like, he ain't been like doing super promotion for it or anything, but seen this was dropping, dog. Folarin 2, like boy Wale. Then I seen the track list drop, man. He dropped a song with J. Cole. We got angles with Chris Brown. We got a few that he done dropped and stuff. But something that interested me before I seen this tonight. Executive produced by Wale himself and Rick Ross. One thing you know, if you pay attention to music, you listen to music, you know Ross is one of those that got their ear. Ross got their ear. He got the same flow on a lot of his stuff and whatever. You know, whenever you listen to a Ross project, you know them beats and stuff, they gonna be hitting a different level. And so if he had something to do with this, I'm like, man, I know he gonna bring in some of that Justice League, some of that shit. So I'm like, that made me really anticipate this. I'm like, man, I can't wait to hear that Wale. And man, whenever I first turn it on, like let's get to a few particulars of the project. There's 15 songs, 48 minutes runtime. I love that. That's all I need. I need under an hour, over 40 minutes. This perfect runtime. This is good. I don't need no hour and a half project or anything. It don't need to be 50-something songs and all that. People be doing too much nowadays. And I don't want no 7-song project like no Kanye stuff. So a 15 song, 48 minutes, love it. And it's not filled up with interludes or any of that. It's songs. 15 songs. So let's get into it. So it starts off with track 1, New Balances. Dope ass beat. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is what I've anticipated. And whenever I heard Rick Ross' executive producer, I'm like, this is what I heard in my mind. I'm like, something like this. So it's starting off to a good starting point. And I didn't really write too much about this track or anything. I'm just like, I just was amazed at the sound of it. Just the sonics. I was like, man, this joint right here. This joint right here. Number 2, Name Ring Bell. This is kind of like an elevated or an advanced like go-go sound. Like, you know, the DC area and stuff. He's been talking about the go-go and been incorporating it in his music for a long time. It has that go-go element, but it's like updated or something. It's not like super go-go, but it has a go-go-esque touch to it. And it's like, my name ring bells in this city. Like, I've been doing this in my area, man. Like, I'm that nigga. He got a few songs like that where he kind of like poking the chest out, like, y'all don't forgot about me. Like, I gotta put y'all back on game. Like, nigga, I'm that nigga. Number 3, Poke It Out featuring J. Cole. This one right here, I was kind of like under. I wasn't like over the top with this one. I'm like, ooh, and it's cool, but it's like I was in that era, and I actually like the Q-Tip song, but I don't know. It's just like, but I see what he did. I was kind of mad at it when I first heard it. It's actually very smart, because like, instead of getting on like a lyrical joint and like hip hop heads and stuff, we gonna jam it, but to get a J. Cole, and then it's something that like it's gonna ring off on TikTok and on people playlists and this and that, probably in the club or whatever. It's smart for its bag purposes. It's smart. Is it a hit? It's a hit. It's a hit. So I ain't mad at it. I was kind of mad at it, but I understand the play. It's chess, not checkers. This was a good chess move. If you get one of the biggest brothers in the game, like, let me make a hit. Let me keep getting paid off this song. It was smart. Number 4, Tiffany Nikes. Kind of like, niggas been my style. And now I see people like getting shine off of things that I did. Like, I've been coming through and having all these shoes and this and that. My fashion been on point. and y'all giving props to brothers like they came up with stuff. Like, I was doing this long time ago. Like, I've been that nigga, man. Like, y'all just got to twist it. And people overlook it. Maybe it's my fault because I've been complaining in the industry, and I've had a loud mouth and this and that. So maybe that's why y'all overlook my accomplishments and things that I did. So I kind of understand it, but I was doing it. People biting what I did and just getting credit for it. That's how I feel Tiffany Nikes is. Number 5, Caramel. He getting into his female bag at this point, and he got love for baby girl, but pretty much he too busy chasing that bag, man. Like, he neglecting her. He's like, man, I'm not doing it purposely, but I gotta chase his bag. Number 6, Fluctuate. Seems like it's still in the female bag, but when you listen up close, it's not really a female song. It's kind of talking about the fluctuation of love between like everybody in a circle and stuff. Like, I showed y'all love and this and that, and y'all love. It's like y'all love equates with dollars. Like the amount of money I have, or the amount of money I can give to y'all, or what I can give to you. Your love fluctuates from that. It's not just genuine love like I might have for y'all. Like, y'all can't do nothing for me, but I got love for y'all, but it's not reciprocated. That's how I felt about the track. Number 7, Light Years featuring Rick Ross. This one right here. Ooh, woo. Hey, Justice League. Like I said, Justice League. Hey, and pretty much I'm light years ahead of these niggas, man. He get in his bag, dog. Lyrics, melody, the beat. This track have it all. Rick Ross get on there, he do his thing. This is one of those ones, man. Like, you remember Gonna Love Me For My Ambition? And that was one of them ones. This is one of them ones. I wish Meek would have been on. Like, Meek, it don't seem like he get along with the old crew or something, but it would have been nice to like have him on this and have the old MMG back. Man, cause when MMG came out and like it was them, they was one of the strongest crews in hip hop, dog. Like, MMG came out tough. I remember whenever they came, I was like, man, if I could get signed to anybody, I want to get signed to MMG. That's what I was thinking at the time. Number 8, Angles featuring Chris Brown. Like, we've heard the song in like TikTok and this and that and Reels and blase radio. So it's been around. It's not one that I was too crazy about, but I see the play. You got Chris Brown on there. Like, hey, is a hit. It's up there. He's up there. Number 9, Dearly Beloved featuring Jamie Foxx. This one right here. This one is stupid. Talking about a relationship that fell apart. And on the song, it looked like it sounds like she getting married, and he kind of talking to her about like, are you really in love with him, or are you settling? Because everybody around you, they got married and this and that, and are you getting with him just for the status quo, or do you love him like that? I don't think you love him like that. I don't think he the one for you. Like, I think you settling. Need a nigga like me. But like, love this one. And Jamie Foxx get on here, dog. Goosebumps. He killed this. He killed this, dog. Number 10, More Love featuring Boyz II Men and Hot Sauce of Backyard Band. I think this is a mic sample. And dog, I don't realize how much of a Mike fan I have been. Like, I've been a Mike fan since I came out of the womb. Like, me just speaking of it, like, my voice started to crack and stuff. Like, when I heard that Mike song with Drake, and like, I start crying. And I heard this, and I would kind of be ashamed if this isn't a Mike. I think this is a Mike sample. Cause when it's a Mike sample, like, tears start coming down my like, every time I hear Mike nowadays, I can't hear Mike without like kind of watering up. Like, maybe not his old stuff, but like, I don't know, like when I just hear Mike, like it just do something to me, man. Like, I just get emotional. Like, Mike was a special part of my brother's life, like when I was a little boy and shit, man. But I think it's a Mike sample. But people be hating, man, and no matter what, at the end of the day, I love me. Like, that's kind of what he's saying. He like, I love me at the end of the day. And he kind of talking to a female, and he like, you need to love yourself in that manner too. Like, I love me, and you need to love yourself as well. Stuff. This joint is beautiful. This joint is beautiful, man. I love this one. Number 11, Jump In featuring Lil Chris. It has kind of like a white boy aesthetic to it. I ain't gonna lie. It's not one that it's kind of one that came on. I was kind of like, yeah, but it got a certain bounce to it. Like, man, that bounce of this joint, it is kind of fire. It is kind of fire, man. It might be one that grew on you or something. I could see this probably being on a TikTok or something like that. Like, it has just a certain rhythm to it that is very interesting. I don't know if I love it, but it's alright. It's alright. Number 12, Down South featuring Maxo Cream and Yella Beezy. Sitting Sideways beat. This one right here, I kind of like, I come from that era, and then like I'm from Louisiana, like Texas was right here, and like a lot of people like they wore that shit to the ground, slipping sideways, boy. And I used to hate that shit back in the days. So when this came on, I'm like, we gotta go back down this road. I hated that back then. I don't hear that. But Wale came on there, he was talking some real shit on there, man, and he did his thing. Second verse, he kind of like he didn't. Last verse, homeboy, he was spitting this shit. So this one, it's not that bad. It's good, but it's like, man, I'm just like, I'm tired of sipping fofos and pop and like, I hated that in school, and I don't want to hear that. But it's not that bad. Number 13, Extra Special featuring Ant Clemens. Back in the Female Bag. He tells two stories about women, man. Like the first verse, he trying to talk about a woman, and the second verse is talking about a different woman and stuff. But in both verses, like it ends up like he basically like, you special to me. Like, she was special for these reasons. This one is special for these reasons and stuff. Like, it's fire though. It's fire. Like Ant Clemens, like his hook on there or whatever, he's like the singing part is beautiful. Number 14, Fire and Ice, sensual, sexual type song, man. I think this is a Maxwell sample. I want to say this is a Maxwell sample, man, but this one is dope. Number 15, Beverly Boulevard. I'm really one of one. Like, I'm really that nigga. I'm really that nigga, man. And he says more about it, more on the song. And Beverly Boulevard, it's kind of like, you know how Drake have them joints where he be going in, it's like 7 a.m. in Houston or whatever, or certain avenue or whatever. So I guess this is Wale, Beverly Boulevard. So, but he goes in. And my favorite joints on this album is number 1, New Balances. Number 2, Name Ring Bell. Number 4, Tiffany Nikes. 5, Caramel. 6, Fluctuate. 7, Light Years. Light Years is definitely one of my favorite joints. Number 9, Dearly Beloved featuring Jamie Foxx, one of my favorite joints. Number 10, More Love featuring Boston Men and Hot Sauce and Backyard Back, one of my favorite joints. Number 13, Extra Special featuring Ant Clemens, love it. Number 14, Fire and Ice, love it. And Beverly Boulevard, that's one of my favorite joints. So that is the ones that I really love on this project, man. That's my overall thoughts on here. I was thinking about it, man. I'm like, I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but I'm a prisoner of the moment. I'm a prisoner of the moment. Like, cause this is what I want to hear out of a Wale project, man. Whenever I had this, like the past few projects, or whenever I hear it in my mind, I'm like, I hear something in my mind, and it's like, this is what I've been hearing. This is what I knew Wale could deliver. And this might not be everybody's bag. This is my bag. This is what I love from Wale, and what I always envisioned the brother being able to drop. And this one right here is just a phenomenal project, man. I love this. They got like the J. Cole song, the Chris Brown song. I'm not like super crazy about it, but it's hits. It's hits. So I cannot be mad at that for the hits, because it's not necessarily for me, but for the world. Like, I can't be mad at a brother making a hit. Like, they got like maybe 2 other songs that I'm not like over the top about. But man, I think this might be my favorite Wale project, dog. Cause my favorite one so far in his catalog is Ambition and Album About Nothing. If you go to the mixtapes About Nothing, I love those as well. But the Album About Nothing and Ambition, I might have to see the test of time. But right now, I might like this one better than those. This might be my favorite Wale project, man. And I'm so happy for this brother. I really hope he gets the shine that he's been looking for. He gets the props that he's looking for. He gonna get these props from me. He might never see this video or whatever, man, but look. I'm gonna give this a classic. I'm gonna give this a classic. This might be my favorite album of 2021. I might like this better than the J. Cole. I like that Drake. I might like this better than the Drake. I definitely like this way better than the Kanye. Bryson Tiller, did he drop in 2021? I think he did. This might be my favorite so far, man. Might be my favorite album of the year, dog. I gotta put this in the whip, be able to ride with it and stuff, man. But first listen, yo, I'm loving this. I hope y'all listen to it too, man. Y'all give y'all thoughts in the comment section. Am I crazy? Is this fire? This shit fire to me. Like, comment, subscribe, and be great. Some most hated man. Holla at your boy. Peace.